coaches got on the road, handled some recruiting stuff, and we had some spirited practices, got great work for some young guys, hopefully got some guys healthy, and we'll be ready to travel to Dallas to play SMU.
Questions for Coach Fuente, please. *1 on your telephone to join the queue, and then the operator will introduce you.
And we have Dan Tortora with Dan Tortora Broadcast Media.
Hey, Coach. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. Thanks for asking. Mm-hmm. You talked a little bit about the bye week there. What were some of those major improvements that you felt like you made? I mean, obviously getting guys healthy is a huge part of it, but as far as maybe some fundamentals or keying in on mistakes being made during the season, what were some of those areas you really felt like good about coming out of the bye week?
Well, we got some great work for some of our younger guys that are playing more and more that we're going to need in this final 6-game stretch. You know, guys that their reps are going to continue to go up, whether it be on special teams or on offense or defense. So I think it was more centered around personal or individual development. You know, I mean, we looked at some different stuff, obviously, schematically, but the main thing was trying to get our guys healthy and then trying to get our young guys kind of pushed forward for this last 6-week push.
And then as far as the rushing attack, Sam Kraft, rest of the running backs, what can you say about where they're at and where they need to be for you? How would you really define the running game right now for your team?
Well, at times it's been pretty good. At times it's we haven't been able to quite get it going the way I'd like it to. You know, I think we'll continue to shuttle those guys in and out. I mean, I just don't see us becoming a one guy in the backfield type team. But you know, it's improved from last year. Not quite where it needs to be. I think we've made some strides up front, and we're getting more talented in the back end, which is helping us. But we've got to find a little bit more consistent level there.
Thanks, Coach. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll move on to Brian Moss with TigersSportsReport.com.
Hey, Coach. Now, did the off week come at a good time for you guys, or after a loss like that, would you prefer a quick turnaround to possibly maybe get the minds off of it? How do you view this past week?
Well, I don't think anybody really enjoys losing a tight game like that and then having 2 weeks to stew about it. But as far as where it fell in our schedule, you know, I think it's a good thing. I think we needed it. I think we needed to prepare ourselves for this next one. We've got an interesting quirk in the schedule coming up where we play, obviously, this Saturday morning and then turn right around and play on a Friday night against a team that's got a couple weeks off. So I think we needed that in order for that kind of stretch run here that we've got going on. So I think it came at a good time for the mental and emotional health of our team.
And you guys, you know, are favored big. Is there a difference how you approach practice or try to get the kids motivated instead of being, you know, playing the underdog role to now being the favorites?
No, we don't really focus on that too much. I would be surprised if I don't know what the spread is. I would be surprised if many of the kids knew. You know, we try and really, you know, just bring our focus on ourselves and our own preparation. And, you know, we understand that we're not good enough or talented enough or far enough along to do anything but do everything that we can do to prepare and play well. So I don't think, you know, I don't think there's a real big difference for us.
I appreciate it. See you Saturday.
You bet. Uh-huh.
And we'll move to Bob Fisher with Sports 56 Memphis.
Coach, you talked a little bit last week about the bye week, you know, almost being at a good time to be able to hit the reset button a little bit. Did you get that sense at all with practice last week?
Yeah, I think so, and I was really fired up about the way they went about it last night. You know, usually when we have a bye week or before the first game, we'll have a really good Sunday night practice over at the Liberty Bowl. And, you know, we turn the video board on and the lights and crank the music up and go get after it. And I was really pleased with the way the kids responded to that. You know, they did a really good job. We had an early morning practice on Friday, and the kids did a great job with that as well. So I tried to give them a little bit of time to rest and heal up, but also I was pleased with when it was time to go to work, how they handled it.
Did you have any time to rest and heal up?
Well, it's bye weeks are pretty busy for coaches. I mean, you just get on the road and recruit a little bit, and but I did find some time to relax and watch a couple ball games on Saturday.
Thanks, Coach.
You bet.
And we'll hear from Christopher Heidel with Herb Radio.
Hey, Coach. Talk about your trip to Dallas coming up. I know SMU is struggling this year, but going to Dallas is always a tough place to play. How just talk about the trips to Dallas and what do you guys have to prepare for?
Well, we've got an early game. First of all, we've got the 11 o'clock time slot. That in itself is a challenge for us to get up and go play at a high level and high emotional level early in the morning. I look forward to our kids meeting that challenge. We have spoke very frankly with our kids. We have not played very well versus SMU, either here nor there, the last 2 years. And, that's the biggest challenge for us is regardless of where we're playing, the opponent we're playing, we've got to find a way to play well. So that combined with kicking it off early in the morning, we've got to be ready for.
And I know I've been asking some of the coaches today about, midway point, grading your team. What do you give your team a midpoint grade, knowing that the next 6 games might make or break your season?
Oh, I don't know. It depends on what day you ask me. I range all over the place. They make me mad, and I'd say it's not very good. And sometimes they surprise me and do really well, and I think it's pretty high. So I don't know. We're about as average as you can get right now, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, have a safe trip to Dallas.
You bet. Thanks.
Coach, we thank you for your time this week. Look forward to talking to you again next Monday.
You bet. Thank you.
All right, this is Coach Justin Fuente from Memphis. Again, the Tigers at SMU, noon Eastern Time start on ESPN News.